My next guest is a philosopher and playwright whose new play explores, among other things, personal responsibility in the age of global warming. Do You Love This Planet follows Rachel, a woman caught in a crisis between work and home, and it was written by Alexander Matthews, who's here now. Before we hear from him, though, let's see some of the trailer for the play.
So the play Do You Love This Planet is about a woman called Rachel who works for a nuclear power company. Rachel has somewhat of a crisis of conscience.
She has a form of awakening.
She realises how hypocritical it is and it sort of descends from there.
Rachel is put in a difficult position to whether she can put her job and also her family at risk at the same time in order to do what she feels is right.
And from my point of view, the play is about that gap between what you can do and what you do.
Right. So tell me, Alexander, where was the starting point for this? What was the first kernel of...
Oh, my. I think it was a book called On the Beach. Did you ever...
I never read that.
No. Oh, it's by an Australian writer. And it fomented queues all the way around Leicester Square and all the way down Charing Cross Road. People were mad about it. And it caused a march of 2 million people against the bomb. And a lot of people in my day, when we were very young, were very much afraid of the bomb and what it could do and so forth, and we still are, I suppose. And I've always been an anti-nuclear campaigner myself. So this play is a product of it, and I'm going to make a series of plays, not just this one, but a whole series of plays about what we should be doing in order to save the future, to make the future a viable one that we all want to live in.
It's interesting, the nuclear issue that you mentioned you were fearful of.
Yeah.
In a sense, that fear, on the face of it, has gone away, but the threat remains.
The threat remains, absolutely, absolutely. And so that's all part of the Armageddon situation. But the play is really, how far can you go? How much do you want to be a whistleblower, you know, and help out and do something about the planet? And the idea is that one of the characters, the protagonist, has a can-do attitude, and the antagonist is despairing and feels that he believes in stupidology. Have you ever heard of stupidology?
I have heard of stupidology.
Oh, you have? Oh, well, you've taken the winds out of my sails in a way. But the idea is that you're so ensconced in one particular activity that you're stupid to everything else around you. And Armageddon feeds off that because it's multifaceted. It comes at you in all sorts of directions. So the idea is for the protagonist is to find one issue that they're very concerned about and go for it. And the antagonist, the Schumann character, is somebody who drinks his way into despair and believes and loves the planet, but loves it in a despairing way and thinks that we're part of the 6th extinction. I think we're on our 6th extinction now. Yeah, so dear, oh dear.
But his role, it sounds to me like, you know, fairly understandable as well. There are many of us who think there's just far too much to do. And also on a micro level, sometimes we just want an easy life. Having to face up to things when really we just have to get home and be with our family is a fairly common thing, is it not?
Absolutely. But, and this is a problem with plastics, if you take plastics which are hydrocarbons and you heat them up to 720 degrees centigrade, you get crude oil in 20 minutes.
I did not know that.
And that's really, you know, something we could do with the plastics. And we could make our houses into mini power stations. There's lots and lots of things we could do to help. And that's what's interesting, I think. Why aren't we doing this? We've had previous generations who've always fought problems, their own problems, fought them off and done well. Why aren't we doing that? Because the instinct of self-preservation is very, very vital to us, you know. So that's what the play is about. How much are you willing or prepared to do to help the future?
Because one of the issues as well is that it's sometimes seen, I think, those championing green issues are effectively putting the brakes on progress in other areas.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
in a sense, that's where we've slowed down.
Yeah, we have. For example, people said that the oil barons paid to have steam cars, not off the market. But we're getting there, and there's lots of windmills, there's lots of solar paneling going up, and it's all very exciting, I think. We live in very exciting times, and this play wants to be part of that.
It certainly sounds like it will be. Rachel, tell us a little bit about her as a character and how you sort of formulated her.
Rachel is somebody who wants to help in some way. She's come from a poor family. She's very keen on her new job with the nuclear company. But then when she finds that the nuclear company is actually not quite so anti-pollutant as she thought, she turns against it and becomes a whistleblower. And so it's the turn of the character that's interesting in plays, I think. And Schumann turns as well. They all change during the course of the play.
And it's interesting the word poor there came up, because really it's much easier being green the richer you are, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's difficult for her because this is her first big break, her first big job, so it's a great shame.
Well, it sounds like one fraught with conflict, as all good plays are. Alexander Matthew, thank you so much for coming and telling us all about it. And you can see Do You Love This Planet at the Tristan Bates Theatre in Covent Garden until the 23rd of March.